Good morning. Greetings from the Commonwealth of Virginia, or if the Democrats get their way in November, the People's Republic of Virginia. A lot of stuff going on, but I don't feel like getting into anything today except maybe telling a stale old joke. I think I heard this joke back in the 80s, but nevertheless, the Lone Ranger is battling against an Indian tribe, and they take several shots at him. He takes several shots at them, and finally they capture him and they bring him to the chief. And the chief says, Lone Ranger, you've been such a great fighter. I am going to put you to death in 3 days, but for each of those 3 days, I'm going to give you one wish because you've been such a great warrior. And, we have respect for you. And he says, okay. He says, well, we're going to keep you under guard. We're going to kill you on the third day, but this is the first day. What do you want for your wish? Lone Ranger says, may I speak with my horse? The Indians are all laughing and they send the horse over, and the Lone Ranger lifts up the horse's ear and he goes, whispers into the horse's ear and slaps him on the tail end, and the horse takes off. And the Indian chief and his braves are laughing and they're like, yeah, you know, he wanted to talk to his horse. That's not a very smart white man. Well, all of a sudden at sunset, in comes the horse with a beautiful redhead riding totally naked on the back of the horse, everything bouncing up and down, and the horse comes back, and the redhead goes into the tent, and the Indian chief says, that's a white man. He only think about one thing. So second day, Indian chief says, it's day 2. What do you want? He says, I want to speak to my horse again. So they bring Silver over, and the horse goes up to him, and he whispers in the horse's ear and slaps the horse on the tail end, and the horse takes off. And the Indians are all laughing, and they're like, uh, it's too bad you don't have Tonto with you today. He's wise. He could get you straight. But that's all you want. So sunset, here comes the horse with a beautiful brunette riding butt naked on the back of the horse. And horse comes up, and the girl goes into the tent, and the Indian chief says, oh, that's a white man for you. He's only thinking about one thing. If he had Tonto with him, Tonto would give him better advice. But Tonto's not here. So he says, tomorrow you die at sunset. So he says, what do you want? He says, I want to speak to my horse one last time. So they bring the horse over, and he's in his ear, and he slaps the horse, and horse takes off. All of a sudden, here it is, sunset. The horse comes riding down, beautiful blonde, totally naked on the back of the horse, everything bouncing up and down. She's all smiles. She gets off and goes into the tent, and the Indian chief says, okay, Lone Ranger, you had your 3 days. It's time to die. And so the Indian brings the horse over, and he says, what do you want to do with your horse? He goes, well, since you're going to kill me, I need to speak with my horse. So he brings Silver over, and the Lone Ranger takes his hat off, throws it down on the ground, picks up a stick, and hits the horse on the head and says, you dumb horse, I told you to bring me a posse.